The phone slipped from my hand, clattering against the hardwood floor with a sound like a gunshot in the silent apartment. My wife's text glowed on the cracked screen. "I know what you did, Mark. Everyone does now." A link followed, leading to her public post on X, its words searing into my vision like a brand. "My husband betrayed me. He's not who you think he is." My chest tightened, breath shallow, as if the air had turned to glass. Betrayed her? The accusation twisted like a knife, but it wasn't the lie that gutted me. It was the truth I'd buried for months, now clawing its way to the surface. I sank onto the couch, the leather creaking under my weight, cold against my clammy palms. The apartment felt too small, the walls pressing in, amplifying the hum of the fridge and the distant wail of a siren outside. Her post had 200 likes already, comments piling up like vultures circling a corpse. "Stay strong, Lisa." What a monster! My fingers hovered over the keyboard, itching to fire back, to expose her own secrets. But I stopped. No, I'd let the truth unravel her lies quietly, like a shadow creeping across a room. It started 6 months ago in the haze of summer. Lisa and I had been married 5 years, our love a steady flame, never blazing but warm enough to keep us tethered. Or so I thought. The first hint was subtle. Her phone always face down now, buzzing at odd hours. "Work," she'd say, her smile tight, eyes darting to the screen before it went dark. I'd nod, swallowing the unease, telling myself it was nothing. I was the practical one, the one who fixed leaks and paid bills on time. Doubt wasn't my style. But the late nights grew frequent. Meetings, she claimed, her perfume lingering in the air long after she'd left. One evening I found her scarf in the car, tangled with a man's tie I didn't recognize. Navy blue, silk, expensive. My stomach churned, but I rationalized it away, a client's maybe left after a meeting. I held the tie, its smooth texture mocking my grip, and shoved it into the glove box. "Don't be paranoid," I whispered to myself, the words sour in my mouth. But the seed was planted, sprouting in the quiet moments when she laughed too brightly at her phone or slipped out for errands that took hours. I didn't confront her. Instead, I watched. I noticed the way her fingers danced over her phone, the way her voice softened when she answered calls in another room. I hated myself for it, the snooping, the suspicion. It felt like a betrayal of who we were. But the truth has a way of gnawing at you, doesn't it? Like a splinter you can't see but feel with every step. Then came the night that broke me. I was supposed to be at a conference, but it ended early, and I drove home through a storm, rain hammering the windshield like accusations. The apartment was dark when I arrived, except for a faint glow from our bedroom. I moved quietly, my shoes leaving wet prints on the floor, my heart a drumbeat in my throat. The door was ajar, and there they were. Lisa and a man I didn't know, their silhouettes tangled in the lamplight. Her laugh, soft and intimate, was a sound I hadn't heard in months. I froze, my body a statue of rage and grief, unable to step forward or back. I left before they saw me, the rain swallowing my footsteps, my tears. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in a diner, coffee growing cold, replaying every moment of our marriage. Had I missed something? Was I too distant, too predictable? The questions burned, but worse was the guilt. I'd seen the truth and done nothing. I told myself it was to protect her, to protect us. But it was cowardice, plain and simple. I couldn't face the wreckage of our life. Weeks passed, and I played the part of the oblivious husband. Lisa's lies grew bolder, late nights became team-building retreats. Her phone now locked with a passcode she never shared. I started collecting evidence, not to confront her but to anchor myself. A receipt for a dinner for two, a hotel keycard slipped into her purse, a text I glimpsed before she snatched her phone away. "Miss you already. Same time tomorrow." Each fragment was a shard of glass, cutting deeper, but I kept them hidden, biding my time. Her post on X changed everything. The audacity of it, painting me as the villain, the betrayer, lit a fire in me. I could have shouted my truth, spilled her secrets to the world. But that wasn't me. Instead, I acted with precision, like a surgeon exposing a wound. I gathered my evidence. Screenshots of her texts, photos of the tie, the keycard, the receipt. I uploaded them to a private folder online, accessible only through a link. Then I sent it to her best friend Sarah with a simple note. "You know Lisa better than anyone. You decide what's true." Sarah was the key. She was loyal to Lisa but fiercely honest, The kind of friend who'd call out nonsense no matter who it hurt. I knew she'd read the evidence, see the truth, and confront Lisa privately. I didn't need to scream from the rooftops. I just needed one person to plant the doubt. Days passed and the silence was deafening. Lisa's post stayed up, racking up sympathy, but I noticed the comments slowing, some disappearing. Sarah must have talked to her. I imagined their conversation. Lisa's tears, her denials, Sarah's quiet insistence. I didn't gloat. I didn't feel victorious. I felt hollow, like a house gutted by fire, still standing but empty. Then last night Lisa came home. The door clicked shut softly, not the usual slam. Her eyes were red, her mascara streaked, her hands trembling as she set her keys down. "Mark," she said, her voice a fragile thread. "We need to talk." I leaned against the counter, arms crossed, the weight of months pressing down on me. "About what?" My tone was even but my pulse raced. She hesitated, her gaze flickering to the floor. I made a mistake. I thought you." She stopped, swallowing hard. "I saw someone else. I didn't know how to tell you." The confession hit like a wave, not because it was new but because it was real. Spoken. Irreversible. I wanted to scream, to ask why, to demand every detail. But I just nodded, my jaw tight. "I know." Her eyes widened, panic flashing across her face. "What do you mean?" "I saw you. Months ago. In our bedroom." The words were ash in my mouth, but I kept going. "I didn't say anything because I wanted to believe you'd stop. That you'd choose us." She crumpled onto the couch, sobbing, her hands covering her face. "I'm so sorry, Mark. I was lost, I was stupid. I thought you didn't care anymore." I wanted to believe her. God, I did. But trust is a fragile thing. Once shattered, it doesn't fit back together the same. "Why the post?" I asked, my voice low, dangerous. "Why lie about me?" She looked up, tears streaming. "I was scared. I thought if I made you the bad guy, it'd justify what I did. I was wrong. I deleted it. I checked later." She had. The post was gone, replaced by a vague apology. I shared something in anger that wasn't true. "I'm sorry for the hurt I caused." Sarah's doing, I was sure. The truth had worked its way out, quiet but relentless, dismantling her narrative without me saying a word. We talked until dawn, peeling back layers of pain, guilt, and love that still lingered, stubborn as weeds. I don't know if we'll rebuild. Some breaks are too deep, the pieces too jagged. But as the sun rose, painting the apartment in gold, I felt something shift. Not forgiveness, not yet, but a release. The truth was out, raw and ugly, and it was enough for now.